Currently getting some gas, but I don't know what happened to my vehicle. But as I'm walking, I realized that ever since I was younger, I've always been jumped. People just didn't like me, even though I didn't talk to anybody really. Because the way they were living, I saw as useless. They were doing wasn't funny to me. But now I realize ever since I know that the devil, Satan, he has authority. He has authority in this world. That those was his seeds. But they didn't know that. The only thing that they knew without is that I was just a loner kid. I wouldn't say loner because I got along with everybody. But I just didn't like talking to anybody. And now I realize ever since I was younger, they were set out to destroy me, to break me down. But little do they know, I'm one of the bulbs in this world. I'm one of the candles in this world. I'm one of the few glowing embers in this world. The light in the darkness. In this dark world. Man, if I'm the light, one of the lights in this dark world, does that mean that there's still charcoal out there for me to set ablaze in the glory of God? Guess what? Christ told me to set them ablaze, the light in this world. To do all I can do. I don't know. I think so. Save as many souls as I can. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. So, at my job, the factory, there's a counter. And the day before that day, let me tell you why. It's just a reminder to keep praying. The day before that day, coincidentally, I looked up, coincidentally, quote unquote, I looked up and I seen the calendar read 666. And keep in mind, I don't pay attention to that counter, but I looked up that one time on a machine and it read 666. Now, yesterday, my machine kept breaking down. When my machine breaks down, everybody's machine was breaking down. It's like it was stalling. Now, God gives you signs and clues throughout this world. Numbers, symbols, pay attention to. My machine broke down. Keep in mind, the same day, not the same day, but the same time, I decided to look up. And it was almost reading 666, but not necessarily. It was like 661 or 662 or something like that. And by the time it read 2019, so I'm like, oh, because there's another machine that also has a counter. And tell me how, by the time, this is where it gets freaky, by the time that counter read 666, the other machine read 2035 to 2040. I'm gonna tell you why I think it's between 2035 and 2040. Hold on, change hands. Because that same time, I was keeping it in my head to keep track of the counter. And that same time, there's a coworker that worked in front of me. And he walked over to me as soon as it read 666. And I started to decipher what everything was trying to tell me. He walked over to me, and it's like Satan reminded me to take two items off for my inventory check or my quality check. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, so this doesn't make any sense. Because I'm sitting here thinking about the truth, Satan. And you mean to tell me you walked up to me and you brought up this dude while I'm thinking about it? Tell me how that makes any sense. Doesn't. And honestly, that was a sign. I believe it was a sign. Something's gonna happen between 2035 and 2040. Something's gonna happen. I'm going to continue to discern what it is it's trying to tell me, but something's gonna happen. That's all I got for today. I can't make this up. Like, people think I'm lying and stuff. One day I will afford a polygraph test and I will take it. And everything I tell you is the truth. And then it's the truth. I'm gonna close this video right here.